Hey there, I'm Jess from Sallie Tomato, and here at Sallie Tomato, we create a variety of video tutorials to educate and inspire you on your bag making journey. And in today's tutorial, we are going to cover how to truly showcase your fabric designs in your handmade bags with fussy cutting. Some fabric designs just beg to be the center spotlight of a project. So today I'm going to cover how to fussy cut those fabrics and feature them in your handmade bag designs. Fussy cutting is a technique that involves strategically cutting fabric to highlight a specific design, pattern, or motif. When done accurately, it can turn a simple bag into a stunning one-of-a-kind piece. Today we will be focusing on how to apply these methods to Sallie Tomato patterns, but of course these tips and techniques can be applied to other sewing projects. First, let's look at fabric designs and how we can incorporate them into our handmade projects. Floral prints provide beautiful options to feature intricate floral motifs. Some great pattern options for florals are the Zippy Crossbody bag or the Holly Hobo bag. Geometric prints come in a variety of styles and can add a modern, sophisticated touch to your bags. Since geometric patterns can be symmetrical, the Miranda Tote and the Ferris Fanny pack are great choices for uniform shapes. Novelty prints usually feature animals, objects, or themed designs. For a fun and whimsical bag with incredible versatility, the Tula tote's large front and back sections are perfect for displaying various elements of a novelty print. Vintage-inspired fabrics can create a timeless, elegant look or be a perfect accent for that decade-inspired look. The Evelyn bag with its structured panels is ideal for showcasing classic designs. With only a few extra steps, fussy cutting is easy to incorporate into your bag making process. When choosing your fabric, look for a fabric with distinct, repeatable motifs. Florals, animals, geometric patterns, and novelty prints work very well. You'll want to make sure that the fabric has enough space between the motifs to allow for precise cutting. When purchasing yardage for fussy cutting, you'll likely want to purchase additional yardage than what the pattern typically calls for. For example, with this novelty print, the feet of the elephant may get sewn into the seam allowance, and there isn't enough room to account for centering an elephant on the front of my bag panel. As an example, I've prepped a pattern template for the Daphne bag pattern. By purchasing some additional yardage, I was easily able to make sure that the elephant was at the center of the pattern piece. And this particular pattern has strap connectors and a bottom accent, so I made sure that the elephant would not be hidden behind either of those pattern features. And I'll share some more details about creating templates for fussy cutting later on in this video. So once you've made sure you have enough fabric for your project, next you'll want to make sure to develop a plan for cutting out your pieces. I encourage you to lay out your pattern pieces on the fabric to see how the motifs will align. If your pattern doesn't include paper templates, it may be helpful to create and cut your own. By doing so will help you avoid cutting through any key elements of the design. Also, make sure that you account for any seam allowances when you're cutting out your pieces and positioning your pattern templates. If your design fits within the pattern piece but extends into the seam allowance, you may want to readjust your pattern piece to avoid losing any areas of the design. Some helpful tools for this step are a clear ruler and fabric markers to outline where you want to cut. Copier paper from your home computer printer is very similar to our pattern pages. You can tape several sheets together if you need to draw larger pattern pieces. If you prefer more substantial templates, you could also print the pattern pages on cardstock. Make sure that you print or photocopy at 100% or actual size. And of course, whenever copying or tracing any pattern, remember to use it for personal use. Pattern tracing paper is a little more translucent than copier paper, but it is also less durable. It usually comes on a roll, so it's nice for larger pattern pieces, versus taping several pieces of copier paper together. Pattern tracing material, such as Pattern Ease, is somewhat translucent and a little more like fabric. And what I like about pattern tracing material is that you can pin it directly to your fabric without tearing like you would with a paper template. And finally, you could opt to create a template using plastic template materials such as Dritz Quilting Clear Template Plastic. This option is much sturdier for multiple use patterns and is usually very translucent, which makes it very easy for tracing. No matter which type of pattern template material you choose to use, you can use pencils or pens to draw on placement marks or various features of the design of the bag, which can help with positioning before you cut out your pieces. When choosing your focus area, consider symmetry. For a balanced look, try to position motifs symmetrically, especially on the front and back panels. When deciding on fabric placement, start by identifying the focal points of the bag, such as the front flap, the front pocket, or simply the front panel, and position your favorite motifs there. You can also use the larger panels of a project for more intricate designs and the smaller pieces for more simple motifs and coordinating solids. Also, while determining your fabric placement, you may want to keep in mind additional features that are part of your bag pattern, whether or not to accommodate for those features or perhaps exclude them from your project in order for the fussy cut fabric to be the focal point. And our Gwen circle bag pattern is a great example of this. One side of the bag features a zipper pocket, and this is where the clear templates come in handy for positioning motifs within your pattern template. If I was simply using copier paper, it would be much more difficult to tell if my design was centered below the zipper pocket. However, by using a pattern template that is clear, I'm able to see where my zipper pocket will end up, and perhaps with this particular bag design, I would omit the zipper pocket for the front panel and add the zipper pocket on the back with a coordinating print from the collection. You'll also want to consider adding a lightweight interfacing to the wrong side of your pieces before cutting them. This will help add stability and prevent stretching when cutting out your pieces. We recommend using a rotary cutter, cutting mat, and rulers whenever possible. Rotary cutters provide clean, precise cuts, which is critical for those perfect fussy cuts. Make sure your blade is nice and sharp to avoid any frayed edges. If you do decide to create templates using template materials, I would not recommend using a rotary cutter to cut out your pieces. If your pattern piece has straight edges and curved edges, I would recommend using the template and a pair of scissors to cut out the curves. Rotary cutters are designed to work with thicker acrylic templates, whereas the template tracing materials are not as thick and also not as safe to cut with your rotary cutter. However, if your fussy cut panels are measure and cut, a rotary cutter and ruler are a great option. If you're interested in learning more on how to create your own pattern templates, I encourage you to check out the video tutorial on our YouTube channel with lots of tips and detailed steps on how to create your own. And I encourage you to be patient and take your time. Fussy cutting can be meticulous work and you don't want to rush it, so take your time, pace yourself to make sure that your cuts are accurate and that you're going to be happy with your finished project. Another potential option for your fussy cut bags is to add some additional embellishment. Since you're already doing the work to ensure that your fabric fits within the correct space, it also provides a great opportunity to personalize your work. You can enhance your fussy cut motifs with hand or machine embroidery for added texture and detail. Or you could add accents by using contrasting piping, zippers, or hardware to complement the motifs and add visual interest. So if you've selected a special fabric to create a fussy cut bag but are unsure of which pattern to select, I have some patterns for inspiration to share with you. The first pattern is our Tiffany satchel. This stylish bag design provides a great opportunity for showcasing your favorite fabric designs through fussy cutting. Reference the handle placement in the pattern before cutting the main panels to ensure the motif is centered and aligned as you envisioned. The Zippy crossbody bag pattern features a simple, sleek design with ample surface area to showcase your fussy cut motifs. The front panel is perfect for displaying a central design. The Tula tote's spacious design and large panels make it ideal for fussy cutting. It provides plenty of room to feature a bold, eye-catching motif on the front and back. The Evelyn bag's structured shape and multiple panels offer various opportunities for fussy cutting. Use different motifs for each panel to create a visually interesting bag. The Miranda tote's large size makes it ideal for fussy cutting larger motifs or even border prints. The front pocket is a great place to feature a focal design element. The Holly Hobo bag's curved shape can beautifully accentuate circular or floral motifs. Use the bag's front and back panel to showcase your favorite design. The front and back pocket panels of the Katie tote bag pattern are the perfect place to feature vertical motifs or borders. Add coordinating prints to the sides and accents to frame the focal fabric even more. And finally, the Gwen pattern is a versatile and stylish design that offers excellent opportunities for fussy cutting. The circle panels are ideal for a circle central design such as a portrait, animal, or nature designs. Of course, these are only a few pattern suggestions, but there are so many to choose from among our line of patterns. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial and learned some brand new tips or techniques for incorporating fussy cut fabrics into your handmade bag designs. Remember to plan out your fabrics carefully, use the right cutting tools, and take your time to achieve the best results. And as always, if you have any other questions or suggestions, let us know in the comments below and we'll be there to help. We would love to see your fussy cut bags. Please share and show off your photos using #SallieTomato on social media. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, we would love for you to give it a thumbs up and be sure to click subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. I hope you'll check out the rest of our channel for more inspiration and education, plus the rest of our pattern line for more creative projects. See you next time.